Good morning, YouTube. Happy Friday. I always try to do these things right before I got to open the shop, so got a few minutes here. Thought we would go live, show you some of the new auction items that came in. That's going to end on Monday, this following Monday, Monday the 29th. It starts to close at noon Eastern, so we're Central Standard Time. We're here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. So the locals, it'll start ending at 11 a.m. here, but otherwise for the rest of you, 12 p.m. Eastern. So we've got some really neat items in here behind me. And again, of course, to YouTube's live rules, I can't touch or handle any of the firearms. So I've got my nice little pointer here, thanks to my daughters letting me borrow their little Mickey Mouse pointer. So Tristan, good morning. So what I'm going to do, real quick, I'm gonna turn the camera around. We'll look at some of the items. I won't be able to go through all of the items on the auction, so you're going to have to make sure you go over to our exact web address, which is going to be dbossoutdoors.hibid.com, and that way you'll be able to see the full catalog. Hibid is a little bit of a goofy auction company, really just based out of California. So they don't like you to see all the scary looking stuff, and they call them weapons of war. But when we actually have guns in the auction, like Lee Enfields and 8mm Mausers and Swedish Mausers and stuff that has actually seen time in the war, they won't hide that stuff, but they'll tell you an AR-15 is a weapon of war and they won't show it. So good morning, everybody. I see a lot of good morning and hello alls in there, so thank you for tuning in. Probably gonna have Dustin walking in here in just a second, but we'll turn that camera over and start showing you some of the little more unique items in the auction. But remember, auction ends Monday the 29th at 12 p.m. Eastern, and you have to go to dbossoutdoors.hibid.com, and I'll show you that web address here. We have it written on the wall in case you can't tell what I'm saying. So let's flip that camera around real quick, if we can. There we go. All right, so we've got our wall of auction items here, and as far as the rifles go, probably number one that I want to point out here is going to be this guy right on top. That is the Galil Ace rifle. Now there's a couple generations of that, and that's the first generation, and it does come with a folding stock. And the Galil Ace has been produced in a few different calibers. The main would have been the 7.62 by 39. This one is actually chambered in 5.56, so you can actually run 223, 5.56 out of it. Makes it a little more versatile, and also, at least here in the States, 223 and 5.56 ammo is more readily available. That 7.62 by 39 has just been hard to get a hold of, at least at Steelcase pricing. Otherwise, you could buy brass all day long, but it's expensive, and you're basically buying hunting rounds. So the Galil Ace on top there, a little bit more of a rare rifle setup. There's not a lot on market right now. So if you were to go and try and find one, maybe even through Gunbroker or something, there's really not a lot of options out there. So we have one of the few that has come to market. So make sure you head over to, again, our web address here, which is the dbossoutdoors.hibid.com, and then that way you get to see the full catalog. So moving down a little bit, the next rifle to point out here, this is a Gewehr 98, so a German bolt action rifle. And you'll notice it looks different. It doesn't really look like the World War II version. That's because it's not. It's not in its original wood stock. It was sporterized, so it got cut down on the barrel here, and it was put in an Archangel stock. So you can see that there, and it is chambered in 8mm. So I know there's 8mm by 57. There's 7.9 7.2 or 7.91 by 57. All that's 8mm. So that's what that rifle there is chambered in. And again, in that Archangel stock has a mag, and you got a bipod on it. So make sure you head over to the website there to check it out. I can't open it. I probably should have had it open. But we do have some, we have a bow with a ton of arrows and broadheads in there. So we do a little bit of archery. But for rifles, that's probably about it. Everything else you can, I mean, the Impulse Predator there is a really neat, and you can see the tag is still on it here. That Impulse Predator, it's a chambered in 243, and it's got the heavy barrel threaded, and it's a straight pull bolt rifle. So, just looking at some of the comments here real quick. What's the best AR-15? Well, that's a little subjective, and just kind of depends on what you're looking to do with it and what caliber you're trying to run. If you're looking for a really good base model, what we try to carry, and I'm all out of stock, we seem to sell them as soon as we get them. Anderson makes a phenomenal baseline, all metal, lower and upper receiver combination, and we sell them for $4.99. And ARs are like Legos for adults. So if you don't like something, you can change it. Then, let's see. Do you have any lever action rifles? We do. I have a 22 LR that's for sale. That's just for regular sale. That's not going to be in the auction. And YouTube's lives are full of so many wacky characters. This is the most stream yet. Okay, great. Well, good. I'm glad I can be entertaining here on this Friday morning. So, and I appreciate you tuning in. And if you're just joining us now, what I'm showcasing here, these are all auction items that are on our auction right now. You can see by our countdown clock, we have just a little over 3 days left till the auction starts to close. And so if you want to see any of these items, all you got to do is head over to dbossoutdoors.highbid.com. That will take you exactly to our catalog. Show us shotguns. Well, there's plenty of shotguns. And shotguns aren't terribly exciting. And like I say, I've got to open up here in just a minute. So, but there's a couple of shotguns right there. There's the old 870 Wingmaster 12 gauge, and I believe that's a 16 gauge break action there. Go for 911. Let's see. Is there a delivery fee? Yes. So if you don't live in our state, we're here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. So if you're not in the state and you win something off the auction, and again, you have to be stateside. You have to be within the lower 48, excluding California, New York, and Connecticut. Then yes, we would ship to you. So it just depends on where you are, and then you just pay the shipping fee. So we would figure that out again. Tristan, I think I just said it. You asked what's city and state again. We're here, Oshkosh, Wisconsin. So if you're nearby or out of state, don't worry about it. We are a licensed FFL dealer, so we can ship right to other FFLs in the state near you. If you're going to buy a firearm, if you're buying ammo or accessories, we can just ship to you. So not a big deal. Let's see. Sorry, guys, the comments are coming in fast. 99% of the lives have been schizo rants from what I've seen. Okay, yeah, I believe it. YouTube's a wild place. And no, cannot be sent to Indonesia. We can't ship out of the country. And this 45 ACP really killed us all. Well, that is the Lord's caliber. If you get hit with 45 ACP, I think you're going to be meeting the creator. So, prices for pistols. Let's see. Yeah, no, we're not going to do that. So the most expensive firearm firearm, the one with the largest reserve, I'm going to go back to is going to be, we have two. We have the Galil Ace, which is chambered in the 5.56, and then we also have the Aero Precision M5. So this is chambered in 308, but it has all the good Aero Precision updates on it. And I believe both of their reserves are going to be at 1,700. So those are going to be the most, the highest reserve on the auction. So, and sorry, the comments are coming in fast. I'm trying to get through them here, but the Hellcat, yeah, that's a little snappy. That's a conversation for a different live, I think. Let's see, 5.7. So yes, actually, I did want to show this real quick. We do have the Smith & Wesson 5.7. This has got a great reserve price on it. Again, I can't touch that tag, otherwise YouTube will kick me off the live. So that 5.7's a great pistol for the auction. And then also we have the Glock 40, and this is in 10 millimeter. And the customer that brought this in put an upgraded barrel on it. This is one of the best values on the auction, and so is the FNLS Legion or Edge. What do I have? Yeah, LS Edge. So that's going to be the next best option for pistols on the auction. And then over here, real quick, another great value pistol is going to be the 43X. And it has the Hollison optic on it. So, but anyways, guys, I gotta get off here. We gotta open up. So really appreciate you jumping on the live, and I'll try to do my best to get back in and answer the questions here in a little bit. So, but really appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you next time.